The internet is having a field day with Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after their poor showing against the New Orleans Saints. There's no doubt about that. And let me be clear, I'm a Tom Brady fan, but I do not have anything against Brady haters taking this opportunity and just running with it. Because after the offseason, after Tom Brady and his 20 years of success, he goes and gets a new team, and it becomes virtually a super team on paper. There's been a lot of hype. There's Super Bowl expectations. And once this game started, the first drive was looking pretty good for Tom Brady. I mean, they marched down the field. Yes, there was a couple of pass interference calls. Those passes would have been completed and probably completed for touchdowns. But at the end of the day, after that first drive, you started to see that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers need a lot more time to get their act together. So they lost to the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans, and Brady haters are just having a field day. And then you take the aspect of the New England Patriots winning against the Miami Dolphins, and Brady haters are just eating this up. And I don't blame them at all. We do this with LeBron. We do this with other top-tier athletes when they have a bad outing. So I have no problem with Brady haters having this moment and eating it up. Now, what do I think about it? Because people said, what do you think about that, Jeremy? Your boy did bad. Well, they didn't look good. There's no doubt about it. Now, for me, first of all, my excitement for all of this has been severely impacted by the nonsense with the politics and everything with the NFL. But I still was very interested to see the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady perform. Even watching the game, though, with the fake crowd noise and everything, it just didn't have the same feel from a viewer standpoint. I didn't see the same energy, and this isn't isolated to this game. This is all of the games. They just don't have the same feel without the fans. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did go into the New Orleans Superdome against presumably the best team in the NFC, and they walked in with no preseason, and this is their first game together. And if you watch the game and you know football, you saw that there was a ton of mental errors that will not be a problem later on in the season. There just won't be. There were communication problems. There were mental errors in terms of a lot of offside penalties. The one thing that I saw was a really big problem was the left tackle just could not block, and Brady was getting lit up. But ultimately, am I worried about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? No, I'm not. I think that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be just fine. I think next week, I can't remember who they play. I think they play the Panthers. Yeah, they play the Panthers. That's going to give us a more accurate feel for how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are against the Carolina Panthers. And then the Patriots have to go play the Seattle Seahawks. So that's going to be a quite a different look at both teams. So at the end of the day, I think Brady haters should absolutely take this opportunity and roast him. They should roast him big time. And we'll see how everything works out. But for me personally, no, I'm not worried at all. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have what it takes to compete this year. I saw a lot of good things from them, but I also saw a lot of things that can be chalked up to lack of communication, time together, mental errors that will not be a problem as we progress into the season and as they get a feel for each other. It's the first game of the year. They're playing the best team in the NFC, a proven team with a Hall of Fame quarterback and a Hall of Fame coach. And they really just put this team together. Leonard Fournette only joined like a few weeks ago. Mike Evans was a game-time decision. He and Brady, clearly, their communication wasn't there. The O-line needed some work. There was that horrible offsides call on the defense when Drew Brees was doing a hard count. That was just unbelievably bad. And that is a major mental error. But even still, all things considered, they were still in the game, and they had a chance to win. And ultimately, they botched it because they played very, well, they didn't play terribly. Again, they had an opportunity to win, but the mental errors just continued to catch up to them, and the lack of communication and the lack of continuity. So I don't see this being a problem later on as the season progresses. But again, next week, we're going to have a very good look at what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are really about. And we're also going to get a good look at what the New England Patriots are all about versus, a very good opponent. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You guys have a great day, and we will talk to you later.